Boom, boom. Ken Rear here, guys. Welcome back to the channel. All right, so the world of Destiny Child. It's up for time for our new update. And having a big one. It's a big one. So the update's probably going to roll out. It's going to roll out November 14th, which means it'll probably roll out tonight, overnight, so that it'll be ready to go in the morning. They usually try to do things uh, in the nights or evenings so that they can get it ready for the next day for when most people play. So let's see what we got going on here. As you guys know, there will be a massive update on the 14th of November. We are well aware that you guys have been waiting for this update, and we are happy that we can finally announce what is coming up in the next in full detail. So let's see what we got. So we got a narrative dungeon here. It's running from the 14th to the 28th, so it's going to take us into Thanksgiving holiday season. And then, of course, the next update will most likely be the something for the Christmas holiday season. Okay, so they're going to have a narrative dungeon. It's basically going to be a normal and a hard. Character you're going for is Ruffian Midas. He's 5-star dark healer. He's going to be in your party automatically on the 5th hard stage. If he's in your party, if you have the boost childs in your party, you get more rewards. So more rewards drop if you have him in your party. So you want to have Ruffian Midas in your party. There'll be a banner for him, I'm sure. And Resurrected Fredge is the other boost child. Now this is not to be confused with Bad Boy Fredge, two different characters. Bad Boy Fredge was the original, which I actually have 6-starred at 60, level 60 max. But this is Resurrected Fredge. They had a story narrative dungeon back. Oh, I think it was like probably about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe not that long ago. But Fredge got exorcised out of his body, and he was stuck. One of his childs managed to throw his body into a doll. That's right, a little Fredge doll. It was hilarious. It's an awesome story. The devs just they definitely got some type of storyteller in their mix because the stories are just thoroughly entertaining. I mean, and don't worry, you'll be able to complete the story, the narrative dungeon. You'll be able to complete it. Uneasy, it'll be your base childs. You'll be able to complete it. Um, you know, they want everybody you'll be able to get the full story and all that comes with it. With just even if you just started the game. Um, yeah, the easy is really easy. They make it that way so that everybody can experience the dungeon and experience the story. And they tell awesome stories. So I'm sure this is going to be an interesting story. But anyway, Fredge got exorcised out of his body. We managed to save him right before he was killed, and then get him back in his new form. He's got a bunch of tattoos and all things over his body, so he's pretty cool. It's much more powerful than the original Fredge. Unfortunately, because Big Bad Boy Fredge himself, I use him as one of my mains because he does a ton of damage on his uh, you know, special skills. So I use him a lot. And this is Resurrected Fredge is actually a little bit more powerful. So he's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Definitely up there with Eve in terms of most powerful childs in the game. So yeah, you'll get Midas in there to get more rewards. If you got Fredge, throw him in there for your boost as well too. So you want to start ramping up your Fredge if you got him. The more dupes you have, the more rewards you get. So if you've got him duped 6, you get 48% on your rewards. And Midas, they'll have a banner for Midas, so I'm sure you'll be able to get him. And you you get boosting. First clear rewards, you get an initial reward. The first time you clear these stages, you get 3,000. What sort of organization badge is what they're calling them this time. Each event each has a different little icon or a little badge or completion reward that you use to purchase the spins on the grid, which is where all the rewards are at. So you get these badges, and that allows you to spin the grid, and you go through it, and as you complete it, you get rewards. So we'll show that a little bit later. So 3,000 for initial completion to get your organizational badges. Of course, if you run it on hard, you get more badges if you run it on normal. So, but you will be able to complete the normal. Trust me, you won't have any trouble. Even if you got a base characters, you'll be able to complete it and get the full story. and you'll get rewards for doing it. So special rewards, as you clear the stages, you get special rewards. Again, summon tickets, bunches of summon tickets. You see, and because their summons are so generous, I mean, I've never went more than 2 or 3 on my 10 times child summon tickets and not gotten to 5. You'll get numerous 4s, and I'm sure it's happened because it's RNG, but they're just so generous with what they give you that you're just rolling so much you're bound to get something. So you collect the badges, and here it is. As you complete the grid, like I say, as you get the badges, you roll on the grid, and once the grid is completely complete, it resets. And as it resets, first time it resets, you get a grade A equipment ticket, 5-star. Second time, a 5-star Soul Carta, and then like another 5-star on third. And you'll be able to complete these, even if you're just doing it on normal. You'll be able to get enough to complete it at least 4 or 5 times. Ooh, nice, a 5-star Prism. Prisms are the rare, very, very, very rare Soul Cartas, so it's always nice when they give you one of those. And then, of course, on your 7th completion, you will actually get Ruffian Midas. So, so once you get him there, you'll be able to use him on all, because you'll get him automatically, and you'll get him on the stage 5 of hard. So that's where you want to run it until you actually get him. And then once you get him, you can run I think usually it goes 7 or 8 stages. So once you get Ruffian Midas in the 7th, from your 7th completion on the grid, you can start running the maximum stage on hard, which is 7, to get more tickets, because you'll have him yourself and you'll be able to use him. Okay. Now, if you want to, we'll get to the summons down. They should be. I'm pretty sure, almost positive, they'll have a summon for him. They always do. So you get the main reward, collection of rewards as it resets. Okay, so here he is, Ruffian Midas. He's a 5-star dark, and he is, as they said above, a healer. So that looks pretty good. So that's what he looks like, and after you awaken him, awakening him is completing the awaken levels under the awaken tab for the character. Usually cost roughly 5 stars, I believe they run at about probably about 50, maybe 60,000 onyx, which is you'll be able to get fairly easy if you don't already have it. And once you awaken him, he'll get wings. So that's before and after he gets his nice set of wings there. That's pretty nice looking. Nice looking character, good design. This is his tax. So he's a healer. So basically, you're going to see him. All healers do damage in the game, but their main focus is healing. So that's what you're going to see. So you're going to see him doing damage, and you're going to see him. It looks like his healing and his damage is based on the amount of buffs or debuffs that the opponents and your have. So, so you heal. The drop skill heals 3 allies for 989, and he'll prioritize. That's very important there. The prioritization. So that means he's always going to heal the 3 lowest. So the 3 lowest characters that have the lowest health, that's the ones that are going to get the heal. That's very important. A lot of times they just heal, and there's really random who they heal. This is a prioritize the lowest hit points. And if they have a debuff on them, which if their heal stuff, no, they probably do, you're going to get an extra 1189. So that's really good. And that of course increases to, this is when you get him at, this is when you get him, got to control, when you get him up to 60, I'm capped at 6. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good skill set, and his weak point is light type allies. So you definitely want to use him against light when you're fighting light. When your enemies are light, you definitely want to throw him in for your healer. All right, so that's new Prism. 5-star Soul Carta. It's not a Prism, just you might get Soul Carta. It's a pretty nice picture. And that increases Dancing Blade damage, but of course only in PvP. Most of the Soul Cartas just do PvP damage. There are some that do damage and just all the time or in certain instances, but maybe like increase poison damage for a character. This one here is primarily for PvP. So if you're a PvP player, this might be one of the ones. Several characters have dancing blades. So okay, and the new costume. We've got a new costume for Dangerous Daeween. So she's going to get, that's a pretty nice little costume right there. Ah, look at these little floating. That's like she's got her little guns out there and donuts. That's a nice costume. And they're coming out with several new costumes. So we got costumes for Tiamat, Atalanta, Sekhmet. Those are 3 stars. In 5 stars, we got Pantheon. This is Pantheon. Werewolf. That's Werewolf right there. Um, that's going to be Syrinx right there. That's going to be Calypso. And that's going to be Allele. So there's your 5 S's. This is Victorix. That's Frisia. So that's Tiamat. That's Atlantia. That's Sekhmet. This is Sybil, I would think. Yeah, that's and it. Yeah, that's Zelos. I'm pretty sure because Zelos has black hair. So that should be Sybil right there, and it's Frisia. So that's all your characters. So they got new costumes. These costumes are in the Rebirth Labyrinth. So you want to make sure that you're running that because if they're entering new costumes, we're going to have a Rebirth Labyrinth mission, I'm sure. The standard mission pass. So go through the rewards. As always, I'll show you it tomorrow when it comes out. Now, the lucky item drop rate on the jack-o'-lanterns, the donut sets are the ones that you can get through some of these rewards. And as you can see, the rewards are just extremely generous as always. Most of the time, you're going to get this one right here. So I'm serious. When you get about this is 70% of the time, you're going to get a 5 soul card, a 5-star. Galki Napping Place 2. So look at this. 50,000 rebirth coins. And this is what you use to get the costumes in the Rebirth Labyrinth. So, you know, I mean, it's just nice. And here, you know, 100,000. I mean, you know, and look at this, blood gems. This is the premium currency. There's hardly any games I know give you premium currency, that level of premium currency. This is like the paid crystals that you have to pay for in other games. They just give it to you. This is the premium currency. You use this stuff to purchase high-end mats, 5-star tickets, and the good stuff. This is what you do. You get 1 blood gem a day for completing out of your dailies. If you complete, I think it's 5 or 6 dailies of the 10 that they have, you automatically get 1 blood gem, just 1 each day. But it's premium currency. You have to pay for it in other games. Here they give it to you, and here they're going to give you 777 of them. So I've actually hit that. I've hit this a couple times. I don't think, because this is continuing from the previous event, the Halloween event. They're continuing it, so that's why it's still in there. I haven't hit the 77 yet, but I have hit this a couple times, so that's good. Okay, so okay, and then of course in the limited time mission, here's where you want to get your dupes. So they're going to have a mission event where you can get dupes for him. Okay, so of course it's pretty low, but that's good. But you're always going to get a 5-star Drummond ticket in the lucky box 90% of the time. So, all right, so here's our summons, and as of course as expected, there is a Midas banner and a Fredge banner. Now, when you pull on this one, you have a chance to get Midas or Fredge at a higher drop rate. Okay, so 14th to 20th. Okay, now this right here is Midas, just Midas. Okay, not Fredge, just Midas. This one here is just Fredge. So Midas only, Fredge only. So they're having a banner for them. And then, of course, they're having to pick up summons on the pack macro. So this right here is for the costumes. What good is the costume if you don't have the child? So I've got all those up there. So I'll be able to use all the costumes. So I don't think I got Allele. I don't think I was lucky enough to get her. But I did get my Ochade, the world boss. I did get her up to 5 star. I'll show you that when I do the video out. I got her duped 5 times. I'm powering her up at 60 right now. So these are the S rank costumes. These are the childs that are come with those costumes. So if you don't have them and you want to get, you got the costume or you want to get the costume, these are the childs. 5 star Soul Carta summons, of course, and then they've actually got they put Midas in the Blood Gem. Now, what a Blood Gem Premium Child Sub Blood Sin is it's a 4 set pull. So you have a 25% chance of getting Midas. But you have to spend Blood Gems on it, which is premium currency. But as I say, they don't skimp on it, so you can get it. I mean, that's how I completed my math debt. I had her she had her level 60, but she was only duped. I only had her 5 dupes, so I managed to 66 her with a blood gem pool. I had to draw twice before I got her. So there'll be 4 5 stars in there. So you're guaranteed a 5 star when you pull it, because it is a blood gem, so it's premium. So you're guaranteed a 5 star. So Midas will be in there, and there'll be a couple others in there, and you just it's one of the ways to pull if you got blood gems. And then there's a blood star to blood gem pool, a chance to get the nice this new Soul Carta right here is added to the pool. So just again, one more way to get dupes. Okay, so that's the banners, the shop, new stuff in the shop. If you buy the packages, these cost money, but if you buy them, you're guaranteed to get Midases and Onyxes. 100,000 Onyx is always nice. So there's some various items in there. The Pumpkin Paradise is going to continue from the 14th until the 28th. So as you complete that, you'll be able to roll the dice on that. And this is one of the ways that you get the Jack-o'-lantern. This is how you get your Jack-o'-lantern lucky boxes. You can get them. You get those from in here. So that's good. It's continuing. And as whenever they enter new costumes into the Rebirth Labyrinth, they always have a mission for it so that you can get a bunch of coins. So as you play it 10 times, what they'll do is there'll be a challenge banner on the front of the screen. I'll show it to you tomorrow, and when after after they've downloaded the update, and it'll basically say Rebirth Labyrinth, and you get, as you do it, run it 10 times, you get 10,000 coins. 20 times, you get 20,000. 30,000. So, and then you get a grid refresh ticket. Now, what a grid refresh ticket is? Let me a refresh that refreshes the entire grid. You see, these costumes right here are going to be in the grid, and it's RNG. As you hit, like if you do 60,000 coins, that gives you 5 rolls in the grid, and you hit the 5 roll, and it goes through do. Now there'll be lower level stuff in there. The grid, I think, is like 30 slots on the grid, but it's RNG. I've actually had a grid where I got the S costume for Dana literally on the second pull of the grid. So I got her, All the other stuff was minuscule stuff, You get equipment, and you get some onyx and some stamina and stuff. That's basic stuff. They get a lot of equipment, which is what so you can level up your 5-star equipment. That's a good place to do it as well too. But once you get this, you want to get the next costume. Now, we're not going to put all 5 costumes on the grid. You're going to see probably 2 of them. So, but you do this, you get a grid refresh. So if you hit it early, you can get that Rebirth, complete the mission. You get a grid refresh ticket. So you can refresh it before you finish. It automatically refreshes after you clear it, but it takes a lot of Rebirth Labyrinth coins to actually complete the entire grid. They're giving you enough to do it though with this many coins. So so that's good. Another daily mission, as you know, as you complete the stages, they're going to give you more Rebirth coins. So they're giving you enough coins to definitely run on the grid for the Rebirth Labyrinth. So you definitely want to focus on that for this period. And so much mileage equipment. Okay, so as you draw in the game, you get mileage. As you open, as you draw on the banners, you get mileage. Um, and when the mileage hits 100%, you get a 5-star ticket automatically. Well, they're increasing the speed at which you get that mileage by 100%. So this is definitely a time that if you're looking to pull for something, this is definitely the time to do it because you get a chance to get a 5-star ticket much faster. So that's pretty good. Devil Pass, as you know, the Devil Pass is always um, on your main screen. You'll see the Devil Pass. As you complete your daily missions, you get tickets for your Devil Pass, and you turn them in, and you can roll through the Devil Pass. You'll complete it fast. I normally complete it within the first week because I do my dailies every day, and I make sure I get them done. And as you do it, you'll get the Devil. I'll go through. I'll probably do a Devil Pass uh, a video on it just to show everybody how it goes if you're not familiar with it. The main reward is a 5-star um, Dayween, so that's nice. They've got her costume coming out there. I just got her. She's a very, very rare pool. I just literally got her like 2 months ago. And since then, I've gotten one more of her. So they must have increased her drop rate because I'd never had her before. But yeah, I finally got her. So now, you automatically get there. Each level of the Devil Pass has 3 levels or 3 tiers. You get the first tier automatically. Just it's free. But if you purchase the Devil Pass mission, um, Archdevil Pass is what it's called, you get 3 more tiers. Each one of those levels has another 3 tiers in the center where you can get really good stuff. Um, and the maximum, the main rewards at the end of that, if you purchase, will be that well, you get her, and you'll get her costume, and a 5 grade A equipment max equipment ticket. Okay, so if you want her, if you don't have her, or if you want to get more of her and you want to get her costume, there you go. That's how you get it. Okay. Then in the Labyrinth, they're going to have a bunch more costumes. They're going to do the new costumes. I got a costume shop, which you can use. You can use gems to buy costumes. That's right. These gems, that premium currency that they give you in the game, you don't have to pay for. But as you get it, you can purchase costumes in the costume shop. Okay, good costumes. Remember I told you about Fredge who got he was thrown into a cursed doll. Well, they got they got a costume for it. That would be pretty cool. So having Fredge look like a cursed doll while you're fighting would be very funny. Uh, so probably I have no, I usually just go through the Labyrinth to get my costumes, but I'm probably gonna get that one because that's gonna be cool having Fredge bounce around as a cursed doll. So that would be pretty nice. So it looks like that's it. So big update, guys, coming out. Should be active. It's probably be active by tomorrow morning sometime. If I'm on East Coast Standard Time, so um, it might be usually runs with Soul times usually phrasing it in there. So it looks like it's going to be pretty good. So this is the narrative dungeon for him. So that looks like it's going to be it. So that's everything. And this is Kenrir. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to click on a like or and subscribe if you want to get updates on any new things as I release new content. So this is Kenrir signing off.